This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello there, this is CNN and I'm Brooke Baldwin. Today, on May 10th, 2020, I have been informed with some breaking news. Ariana Arken is running for vice president of Roslyn High School. I personally think she's the best candidate in the game, but let's hear from some other anchors what they think. First up, we have John Avlon. Let's hear his thoughts.
Thank you, Brooke. I heard she's only a sophomore. I give her a lot of credit. She was class president this year and class head. She's really committed to OCC. After having only one interview with her, I can tell she really wants to be vice president. And here are some reasons that she gave me. She wants to be able to speak her mind and get the voice of the student body heard. Because this girl can't shut up, she definitely has the ability of doing this. Going along with getting the student body's voice heard, she doesn't want anybody to think that any requests they may have are too trivial. Because trust me, she said some pretty ridiculous things. One thing that really sat with me was when she thought Iron Man was Tony Hawk instead of Tony Stark. That's one I won't ever forget. And now to you, Anderson Cooper.
I could not agree with you more, John. I personally think she is the perfect fit for this position, and here's why. She's really friendly, so just because you aren't friends with her doesn't mean you can't bring up any issues or concerns you're having. Another thing is, she's very approachable, but there's no promises that when you're trying to talk to her at school that she won't be making a TikTok dance in the middle of the hallway. Enough of that though. One thing that she possesses so much of is school spirit. If she had the ability to dress up every day of the week in some crazy outfit, trust me, she would. Just to prove my point how much she gets into this, I'm going to show you what her plans were for Meme Day this year. Well, that was enjoyable. One thing she really wants to enhance this coming school year is the school spirit. Another reason she would be so great for this position is her determination. When she is determined to do something, she will do it. Unless it's a Chloe Ting workout. Then she just won't do it. She really is very passionate about OCC and wants to make this coming school year the best year it could possibly be. And now to you, Natalie Allen. Thanks, Anderson. On to a more worldwide issue, let's talk about the coronavirus. This pandemic has struck our world and turned it inside out. Earlier today, Ariana was telling me how this has affected her. Before all of this, an average school day consisted of her wanting to go home after to sit at her desk, go on TikTok for 4 hours while telling her parents she was doing her homework, and then starting at 11 p.m. Now, instead of sitting at her desk and going on TikTok, she lays in her bed and goes on TikTok, then does her assignments an hour before they're due on Google Classroom. But in all seriousness, she's actually realized how much she misses her old routine and going to school every day. Because of this, she wants to make next year so good so it can make up for the missed time this year. A few things she would want to be great next year include the Spirit Days, Homecoming, and definitely Clash. Just because she wants this, that doesn't mean anything. Anybody can want anything. And I truly believe if she's the vice president, she will make this a reality. And now back to you, John.
Thank you again, Natalie. She was telling me some of her ideas, and I really think they could be awesome.
One of my personal favorite ideas is her Harry Potter themed idea. It's kind of like the idea of like a house cup. So each grade would have a team name or a house name, and throughout the whole entire year, you would gain points. So ways you can gain points would be from doing like the dress-up days, like during Spirit Week or Halloween, for the ugly sweater day before Christmas break, things like that. Each person who would participate would get points for their house. Another way you could get points is through Clash. What points you get there are added to your house points. If your teacher wants to reward you with points, and there's other ways you can get them, but you get the point. At the end of the year, whatever house or grade has the most points will be rewarded with a cup. a literal award, and they would carve the graduation year and whatever grade they are. So for example, this year, if my grade were to win, it would say sophomores, class of 2022 in the cup. And each year, whoever would win would carve that into the cup. But that's not even the good part. Pretty much, we want to encourage people to dress up. So unfortunately, a lot of people are just not going to dress up because you tell them to. So the winners of the Spirit, the House Cup would get granted a day at the end of the year after AP exams to a beach day. Like we did in 8th grade, and nobody can lie here, that was one of the highlights of the year. And we all had so much fun. And to be able to do this while we're older and we have new friends would be totally awesome. And I think that Ariana would be able to do that. And now to you, Anderson. Thank you, John. Another awesome idea she had was doing like a projection screen movie night on the turf. She wanted to do this twice in one school year, one in September and then once again in June. During the September movie night, there would be some time during it to recognize all the freshmen and just congratulate them for transitioning into high school and starting this new chapter of their lives. Then, when there's the other movie night in June, there would be time to recognize all the seniors graduating and starting their new chapter. I really think that the goal of this is to bring the Rosslyn High School community together and you'll be with everybody, all your friends and family, just watching a good movie, enjoying life, And finally, back to you, Brooke. Thanks, Anderson. Safe to say, she is my vote. But in all seriousness, Ariana is the type of girl who will go above and beyond for all your needs. If there's one thing she lives by, it's making sure everybody around her is happy. And with her as vice president, she'll do the same thing for all of you. If we put aside all of her other goals, her main goal is making sure you can go throughout the school day with having no issues. And if anyone can do it, it's her. Vote Ariana Arken for OCC Vice President. That's our news for today. I'm Brooke Baldwin from CNN. Have a good evening, America.